Hello everybody, and welcome back to Let's Play Space Quest 6. Last time, Stellar apparently died, but she's still alive? Huh, what is going on with that? But nobody will listen to us, so we need to personally save her. Anyway, I was just going through these entries because it's actually, there's something here that will help us. There's nothing to really indicate it, I don't think. You just kind of have to be curious and looking around. So I've gone through these races. Let's go through S through Z. Syrians, we know them. Syrians are a humanoid race, treacherous, evil, but always eager to please. The Syrians make wonderful hosts, especially if you're their enemy. Okay. They pride themselves on their techniques of torture, mutilation, disfigurement, napkin folding, and selecting the right wine to go with whichever enemy they're eating. They're also easily offended should you insinuate that they're doing less than their best to grind you into a fine red paste. Syrians are omnivores, preferring to eat old back issues of Omni. Is that a magazine that was back in the day? I don't know. Space monkeys! Billions of years ago, the planet Serenia was devastated by a collision with an asteroid. All water evaporated from the ecosystem every day. The inhabitants survived was a victory. Eventually, all life perished, or so is believed. Many life forms adapted by encapsulating themselves in cyst-like eggs. When these eggs are immersed in water, they hatch. One such life form was known as the brine monkey, a tiny water-breathing simian. Sereno products mined the planet for its huge deposit of brine monkey eggs. While they were at it, they also mined encysted brine apes, brine marsupials, and brine aardvarks. Sereno has since marketed the monkey eggs under the trademark name Space Monkeys in comic books. Space monkeys prefer space food or their space food sticks, replicated or tangy, piquant brine bananas. Oh yeah, we saw those things in the last game. They exploded a space station, not a ship. That was unfortunate. Alright, spiny alien things.
You get fingerprint.
Oh, whoops. Need to do that. Spiny alien things are a marvel of adaptive ability. With exoskeletons far too cumbersome to permit traditional reproductive techniques, spiny alien things have learned to propagate by kissing. This is not a little platonic kiss. It contains a fertilized egg which heads straight for the victim's stomach. Here it absorbs nutrients for days or weeks like a parasite, only, well, just like a parasite. When it senses the most dramatic moment possible, it bursts forth through the stomach in a spectacular display of special effects. Its explosion naturally kills the host. But isn't it worth it for all the cool gore, especially the host was merely an extra and not a highly paid guest star? Yeah, we encountered one of these in Space Quest 2. If you get kissed by it, then it seems like nothing happens until you get to the very end of the game, then you die. I showed that off, remember? I think it was in a bonus video. Alright. So this is the important one, Vulgars. The Vulgars are a peaceful race of brilliant and logical thinkers. Yes, this is spoofing Vulcans, whose only real joy in life is to stride around the galaxy with superior attitudes and correct other people's grammar and spelling. Hey, sounds like me. They also enjoy designing outer space strategy simulation games. This makes them nearly as insufferable as university academicians, but not as well paid. Considering their placid and studious lifestyle, it's interesting to note that the Vulgars have developed an extremely practical martial arts technique called the Vulgar Nerve Pinch. This is a tactile oral maneuver in which the pincher pinches the bundle of nerve fibers at the base of the neck while whispering dialogue from either Tango and Cash or Hudson Hawk. What is this game's obsession with Tango and Cash? I do not know what Hudson Hawk is. This particular combination of stimuli results in a searing flash of pain and then unconsciousness, which can last for several hours. The technique is demonstrated in a hologen program, so let's remember that number. Or just write it down, or take a picture of it. I mean, we are in 2017. And that is all for there. So you want to get the Vulgars one, which is the very last one, of course. So, alright, what do we do with that? We want to go to the Holocabana. And let us enter in that number. Oh, we need to turn it on, don't we?
Welcome to Holosuite program 5551212, the vulgar nerve pinch. Despite our reputation for being pacifists, we vulgars have developed an extremely practical martial arts technique used mainly for defensive purposes. It is called the vulgar nerve pinch. This is a tactile oral maneuver in which the applier pinches the bundle of nerve fibers at the base of the neck while whispering into the victim's ear dialogue from either Tango and Cash or Hudson Hawk. This particular combination of nerve stimuli and loss of cerebral control due to the torturous mantra of movie dialogue results in a searing flash of pain and then unconsciousness. In effect, it is similar to a temporary orally induced lobotomy. Victims are soon rendered unconscious for several hours. When they awaken, they will remember nothing of how they came to be unconscious, if they are extremely lucky. I shall demonstrate on my most eager volunteer. You will please to pay attention. Address the subject in this manner. Please to notice the location of my hand as I begin the narcotic chant of cinematic morphine.
He mutters something thankfully unintelligible into the ear of the volunteer.
Oh, thank you, sir. Maybe you can fetch me up your sister. I have told you what the we're gonna have margaritas together. Oh, let's hope let's get we have fun. Oh, get the hubba hubba going in the wee. And then just like that, we
So, as you can see, it is very effective. If you can apply a proper grip to the neck, it will disable 9 out of 10 neck-bearing species. This completes our program. Thank you very much.
So I've never seen Tango and Cash or Hudson Hawk. Was any of what he was mumbling there accurate? I don't know. Alright, so we have that. That might prepare us for what lies ahead. But let's do some more exploring. Intership transport. And let's go to... what is the 8 rear? Let's check it out. Hello?
And we thought the Elvis 1987 poster in our office was tasteless.
Okay. What is he eating?
And we thought the Elvis...
I don't know.
An unusual plant specimen that someone left behind. It appears to be thriving here. Perhaps it prefers beer and popcorn to fertilizer and you grow it lamps.
Hope it's not dangerous, Mr. Soylent.
This sign and the menu screen attached indicate that this is a Mr. Soylent food replicator. It makes you wonder what kind of kickback StarCon is receiving for this blatant plug.
What are we, back in Manhunter? You remember those games, don't you, folks? If you don't, I have my Let's Plays on them right on this channel.
A peaceful panorama of light, color, and limitless black space drifts quietly by the window. The infinite flow and ebb of matter and energy dancing around itself in a never-ending light show of creation.
I want to see something blow up.
This poor slob is trying to impress the two women he's sitting near by showing them how much he can drink. Yeah, that's always a sure way to impress the babes.
Yeah.
Eating, drinking, and looking at the stars. Sounds like something you'd do on a date, especially since you're usually alone.
Okay, and who's this fella?
It's your old non-organic friend, Circuit Sydney.
Circuit Sydney. I believe that's referencing Circuit City, which does not exist anymore. Oh. Oh boy. Younger generations aren't going to get that reference, are they? Hey, buddy. Oh, just
Hello,
transport.
Roger. Please join me in consuming something.
Thanks, Sydney.
You seem uptight.
Say what? Upright? What are you talking about, Sydney?
Uptight was the word. Perhaps that is too archaic a reference for you. It would have been more effective to say that you seem concerned.
Oh, yeah. I do have a thing or two, well, at least something on my mind.
I am sorry to hear this. I hope your concerns are soon alleviated.
Thanks, Sid. I do have to come up with some solutions. Sydney, I have a favor I'd like to ask of you.
Flame away, Roger. You know I'd give you my right appendage if you needed it.
Funny you should say that, Sydney. I kind of have this situation where that very item could come in handy.
Really? Well, I was merely saying that metaphorically.
You really are a great friend, Sydney. That'll come in real handy. I can't thank you enough, Sydney.
Well, if you really are seriously in need of it, I suppose I could lend it to you.
Ah. So yeah, it'll be
You will get it right back to me, won't you, Roger?
Oh, yeah. You bet your nut flanges, Sydney.
This reminds me of Guardians of the Galaxy. Hey, we need that guy's right arm. But yeah, I guess it'll help since we are very, very, very low on the clearance scale. His handprint will be helpful, but we might need more than that.
Sydney, I kind of need another favor. I need one of your eyes.
Pardon me, Roger. For a second, I thought you said you also wanted one of my eyes. I must have my auditory circuits diagnosed.
Well, actually, Sydney, I could use one of your eyes.
Are you certain, Roger? Well, I guess if you really need it.
Oh, Sydney.
Oh, I do. I really do, Sydney. You're a mechanized lifesaver.
You will return them soon, right, Roger?
Oh, of course, Sydney. Real soon. Listen, I've got a couple of things I've got to attend to. I'll see you soon. Thanks, Sydney.
As long as you say it will be soon, Roger.
Oh, yeah. See you soon, Sydney.
Thanks, buddy. I wonder if the same guy who does the voice for Leisure Suit Larry also does the voice for Roger Wilco. Because they almost sound the same, except, you know, Larry's a lot more nasally. I'm gonna have to look that up. Anything else?
Roger, are you here to return my structural loans?
Soon, Sydney. Soon.
Well, I do hope it's soon. People are starting to look at me in a strange manner.
You got it, Sydney. I'll be back soon.
Sure. Back soon. Yeah. So, anyway. Poor guy. I feel kind of bad.
You can't detach that without a Zyquest torque phase shifter. And who'd want to anyway? The compost pad feels hard and rounded, like standing on a giant contact lens.
Can I...
And you'll notice it appears to follow you around the room.
Odd.
Don't touch that. We don't know where you've been.
But anyway, I just need to get out of here.
You can't detach that.
There we go. So, let's see where else we can go. Let's go to... Sick Bay. See what's going on over there. Anyway, what we need is actually going to be over here. Yeah, we've been here before. And, it doesn't say, but we get some morphine.
It's a bottle of Morphin.
Or morphin, sorry. Alright, so hopefully we should be set. Okay, so let's get ourselves to the shuttle bay. We gotta go. Okay. What's going on here?
Magnum Opus belongs to an elite StarCon fighting forces called the Flying Flingers, FF for short. That's Chesbro, one of the shuttle bay guards.
There's some intimidating looking guards here.
A nice fatty donut. Magnum will probably scarf this down. After all, he needs to maintain his boyish tub-o'-guts figure.
Alright, so we need to get past them.
Magnum doesn't talk. He fancies himself to be like one of those Buckingham Palace types. You consider saying hi until you remember how dedicated he is to his job, and you wouldn't want him to get in trouble for slacking off while on duty.
Oh.
I wonder why you don't worry about that for yourself.
Can we just get through?
No amount of brute strength can pry these doors apart, even if you had some.
Hey, we kicked open doors and pried open pipes.
An interesting idea. What are you up to, Roger?
So yeah, we need to get past these guys. Well, we did learn the vulgar deck pinch. I mean, we just observed it, but I'm sure we don't need any practice. Let's put it to use.
Ooh, boy, I got you with my fingers in your Kurt Russell. Now you can't get away. I got you now that you've got it. Hard to believe this is a real job. Oh, my God. So how come you're not going down? I got you with your mumbo jumbo and your hubba chubba. Ooh, boy, if I only could, I would. Jeez, why don't you step outside, pal? I got you with this. I think I broke a fingernail here.
There we go. Okay, we have the big guy to deal with, and he's... Okay, he doesn't have a neck, does he? And, oh, great. Well then. Jeez, is that our meal? What's happening over here?
This is some very fine food, whatever it is. I'm sure you'll find it quite to your liking. Heck, it's probably better than what they feed you janitors. Live it up! Oh, that darn light needs to be amplified. I need to contact maintenance.
Okay. So, let's get our grub on. This does look nice.
As you run your hand over the graffiti-covered bare plastostone walls of the cell, you wonder why nobody ever cleans this place.
That's your job, Roger. What? I didn't get my food!
What are you, plastic man? You can't possibly reach anything outside this cell when you're locked in.
I didn't get my food. And Plastic Man, that's a DC Comics reference, but seriously, I didn't get my food. Am I going to have to restore?
It's a hovercraft for transporting replicated food.
I think... Can you put this back in my cell, please? Thank you.
Enjoy, Mr. Wilco. Oh, the cushy life will be a vague memory after you are sent to one of the
The
labor
heck?
camps on Daventry 8.
Daventry 8. There we go, we got the food. Sorry guys, we got some invisible monster in here. Okay, so this is the interesting part. So let's wait for him to leave again. Bye-bye. And in inventory, we have a ton of stuff to work with. And this is what gets interesting. So, we're going to want to fiddle around a bit. Okay. So let's attach that, let's see, to this.
Nothing happens. See, most games would just give you a generic response when you try something useless like that. But we've custom-tailored this response exactly for you.
Well, what do I have here?
It's one of the interestingly shaped pastries you took from the food cart.
Cool. Bobbit kebabs. They whip up some interesting food items in this joint.
It's the donut you filched from the food cart.
I remember what this is. It's a rack of Orat. Haven't seen this stuff since Space Quest 1.
Well, didn't we blow up an Orat?
It's a nice round melon. It's a plate of grill hair spaghetti.
I want spaghetti now.
It's a tuberous growth of some sort from the food cart. These look like something they cleaved from the side of Yoda's head.
Okay, so I believe I want to actually use...
You poke it and prod it and generally make it feel like a piece of meat.
Yeah, I need to choose it.
Now it has some cool ears.
Okay.
The rack of a rat adds a nice touch. An interesting idea. Something's starting to take shape. What are you up to, Roger?
Indeed. Let's see.
A touchment of that adds something more to your work in progress. How creative. That's a nice touch.
That looks like a person. Interesting. But can we use this to our advantage and get out of here so we can find Stellar? You just got to find out next time on Let's Play Space Quest 6. Thank you for watching and have a good day.